Hi, it's Mike here, and today I wanted to do an unboxing video of our new Deebot Ozmo 930. From what I understand, this is Ecovacs top of the line robotic vacuum. And we just got this, so I'm going to show it to you and show you what's in the box and how it goes together and how it cleans and does what it does. And hopefully you'll find that information useful. On the back of the box you can see that it does do a pattern, which I really like. It maps your house so that you can mark off areas that you want to clean and areas that you want to avoid. This particular one has a mopping feature, which we'll get into, and we'll show you how that works. It also has a very high-tech third generation guidance system. It works with an iPhone or an Android. And let's get in the box and see what's in here. Pull this tab. If I remember, this is boxed up pretty well. It's supposed to be open like this. So, let's see, this is the instruction package. And here is the mopping pad. And this can attach to the bottom when you're using it, or you take it off when you're not. It doesn't need to stay on the unit at all times. So hopefully I didn't break it by dropping it on its top. So this is the unit. Yeah, had face palm. Packaged nicely in this soft bag here. And as with a lot of these types of things, there is quite a bit of packing material. Keep people from banging it up too much. So I'll take all that off. And you can see the inside of it. There is a little brush here. There's a little blade for getting hair off of the brush, should the hair get stuck in there, which it probably will. Then there's a little brush here for cleaning off the sensors. And that stows nicely in there. This is the master on-off switch right here. I'm not sure what that is, but we'll get into that stuff later. I'll show you some of the details. So here's the unit itself. Also in the box, you get the charging station, which looks like this. This is nice. It gives you a little space to wind up the excess cord. It's a pretty long cord too. So you can see, you can set it away from the outlet. So there's that. Then in here are some accessories. Let's see what we got. So this is an attachment that goes on the bottom. If you don't want to use the brush assembly, if you're going to clean areas that have a lot of pet hair or human hair that get wound up around the brush assembly, you can substitute this for the motorized brush, which is right here. I'm not sure how that comes out yet. I think it's just pinch these two things together and pull it out. Okay, so back to what's in the accessory box. Ran out of memory on the camera. There's another pad for the mopping. We'll see how that's going to go. I'm not sure how much we're going to use that. When you pull out this, another filter. There's a pleated filter and a sponge filter included there. And it looks like there's a couple of spare brushes. And that's all that's in that bag or box. And let's see, is there anything else? These are the two brushes. I guess these are spares and these are primaries or something like that. They look identical, so I guess you choose which one you want to start with. Either way. So that's everything in the box. I'm going to plug it in, let it charge up overnight, and then we'll show you how it works.
Is complete. Returning to the charging dock.
One trip around the house. And emptying it is just as easy as picking up this little tab, which I can't do with one hand, and letting it fall into the garbage. And you can see the filter and the other side of the filter. And reinstalling it is just as easy as dropping it back into the place where it goes, pushing the handle down, and closing the lid. Okay, so now that the unit is ready for mopping, I go back to the app, and the only way that I've noticed that the app knows that it's ready to mop is that it shows medium water right there in the corner of the app. So I'm guessing a little bit, because it doesn't say in the instructions, that we'll probably use this area function and tell it to mop the kitchen. So let's see how it does. Okay, well, I've finished cleaning the kitchen floor, and I think it did a pretty nice job. I'm going to pick it up and see how much dirt is on the pad, and it said it was going to return to the charging dock, but it didn't. For some reason, when I put it back down after converting it to mopping, it lost its map, which means it has to remap the whole house, which I wish that it didn't have to do, because that takes a long time. The Ozmo 930 has a pretty good size vocabulary. It has voice prompts that will tell you certain things about its operation. I've caught it saying things like starting the clean, I am suspended, returning to the charging dock, replace the dustbin, or battery low. I'm sure there's other things it can say too, but it doesn't talk very often. It only talks when it needs to, so it's not annoying or anything. It will suck up cords, but as long as they are near the walls, they aren't a problem. You can, of course, block off areas that you don't want it to go, like under a desk or under a bed or into the laundry room onto a pile of laundry. All in all, it's remarkably good at getting itself off of obstacles. There must be an algorithm built into it that detects when it's stuck, and they've discovered ways to get it to move off of obstacles. It doesn't get stuck very often, and when it does, it doesn't cause any real problems. You just have to move it aside, hit the button, and it will resume. All in all, I like the Ozmo 930 a lot, and I'm glad I bought it. I give it a 4 out of 5 stars, primarily because it does have a few minor glitches, like not getting onto the charging dock as well as it should. And I particularly hate the way if you move it, it gets lost, and then it sometimes loses the map. Although I have noticed that the map will regenerate once you put it back on the charging dock. It's also pretty cool if you just like to have a robot cleaning your floors. I really like that.